Welcome and thank you for tuning in. For those of you who don't know me, I should introduce myself. My name is Philippe Garner and my CV would tell you that I have enjoyed a 50-plus year career as a specialist and auctioneer in the art auction world. I was born in 1949. I was born in Aix-en-Provence in France. I had a French mother but an English father, and we lived in Brighton. But the fact of having a foot in each of those territories, I think, was very important in my formation. I used to spend all my long holidays, Easter holidays, summer holidays in France as a child, and I think that split between two cultures was a huge stimulus to my curiosity. I think it's one of the elements that contributed to what I would describe as my always very hungry eye. It was in the early 60s that I really started to quantify, to act on that curiosity, and started building my imaginary museum, a database of everything that interested me in the arts, in the worlds of creativity. I started cutting out pictures from magazines of everything that caught my eye, that inspired my imagination. That was really such a primary source and conduit for me. And I realized I was creating a kind of personal museum of so many facets of the arts, from architecture and the high arts, painting, sculpture, to the decorative arts and design, to interior design, above all very much so to fashion, also to film, really many facets of style, glamour, elegance, imagery that fueled my imagination. The performing arts also, in a sense, I class fashion amongst the performing arts. But I'm talking here about theatre, dance, and of course film again. All of this for me was a route into really wondrous worlds. Worlds that have never ceased to engage me and interest me, and really worlds that became the basis of my professional career as a specialist in the areas of photography, photographs, and of 20th century decorative art and design. There have been some uncanny overlaps where images that I cut out in the 60s of subjects that were to become the material that I handled and traded in later decades. At first I realized I had no specific interest in the medium of photography as such, but I was just avidly curious for the world of wonder that I would discover through photographic images. And in time, of course, I realized that photography had its own following, its own criteria, that some of the pictures I were cutting out were better than others. And then I started to recognize and acknowledge the vision, the creativity of individual photographers, which is why, yes, I'm interested in photography, and have become very interested in the medium, but my interest has always really been very much subject-led. I just find a world of wonder within those images. And that really is key to what I want to share with you. I take the opportunity also today to introduce you to my website. If you don't know it, it's a simple enough name, philippegarner.com. You will find it, and I created it over a year ago really as a platform to start to share my own photographic work. There's a terrific cross-section of my portfolio there, but there are other sections giving you some more biographical information, talking about my early life, my career, and above all, in relation to what I've been talking about, a section called Inspirations. And that introduces a cross-section of the cuttings that go back to the 60s and that really were just so important and influential for me. And perhaps we'll home in on some of those individually in subsequent little presentations, but I hope very much that you will find the inspiration, the satisfaction that I have found through that medium. Thank you, and I very much look forward to speaking with you again.